Chapter 15, The Shift. The facility trembled, not violently, not enough to throw anyone off their feet, but enough to feel. A deep vibration rolled through the floor, subtle at first, then the building into a steady hum that seemed to come from the walls themselves. The lights overhead were flickering. Maya went still. "Tell me that was nothing," she said. Vance didn't answer right away. The silence was answer enough. Adrian looked up towards the ceiling. "That's not coming from here." Vance's expression tightened. "No." "Then where?" Maya asked. Vance was already moving. "Above us." "Above us?" Maya repeated. "What does that mean?" "It means we need to move," he said. He turned and strode for the control room, not waiting to see if they followed. Adrian and Maya exchanged a look. "You're kidding," Maya muttered. "Nope," Adrian said, already moving after Vance. "I don't think he is." The hallway felt different on the way back. Tighter, hotter somehow. The air carried a low electrical buzz that made the hair on Maya's arms lift. "What's happening?" she asked as they hurried along. Vance didn't slow down. "The object in orbit is no longer just observing." "That's a horrible sentence," Maya said. Adrian glanced back at her. "Agreed." They reached the control room in a rush. The main display had changed. Earth filled the screen again, but now the object above it was brighter, larger. It was drifting, but no longer. It was descending, slowly, deliberately. Maya stopped short. "Oh, come on." Adrian stepped closer to the screen. "That's getting closer." "Yes," Vance said. "And that's normal to you?" Maya asked. "No." "Good." Adrian folded his arms tightly. "That's not just observation anymore, is it?" Vance gave a small nod. "No." The room felt colder, heavier, like the building itself knew something was wrong. Maya looked from the screen to Vance. "So what is it?" Vance took a breath, still staring at the object. "Contact." Maya gave a short, humorless laugh. "That's not better." "It was going to never become better," Adrian said quietly. The object on the screen moved again. A faint pulse of light spread outward from it, barely visible at first, then widening like ripples in the water. But this wasn't water. It was space. The ripples bent the stars behind it, warping the image in subtle waves. Maya stepped closer despite herself. "Is it doing that on purpose?" Vance nodded. "Yes." Adrian frowned, like it knows we can see it? "It does now," Vance said. Maya stared at him. "You say that like you're sure." "I am." "Then tell us what it wants." Vance looked at her, and for the first time, there was real uncertainty in his face. "I don't know." That made Maya's stomach turn. "You don't know?" she repeated. "No." Adrian ran a hand over the back of his neck, trying to think. "So it's coming down, sending signals, lighting up all those structures, and you still don't know what it means?" Vance's jaw tightened. "I know what it's connected to." "Which is?" Maya asked. Vance hesitated. "Us." The room went quiet. Not empty. Quiet. Heavy quiet. The kind that made every breath feel too loud. Maya looked at Adrian, then back at Vance. "That's not an answer." "It's the only one I have." Adrian leaned towards the screen. "Can you zoom in?" Vance didn't answer, but he moved to the console and keyed in a command. The image tightened. The object filled more of the display now. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't natural. The surface was made up of layered segments, sharp curves, and lines that glowed in faint pulses. The whole thing seemed to shift slightly, like it was alive under its own skin. Maya frowned. It looked like the structure underground. Adrian's head snapped up. "It does." Vance looked between them. "Yes." "So they're connected," Maya said. I believe so. Adrian stared at the screen. Then why is it coming down now? Vance didn't answer right away. Because he didn't know. Or because he did and didn't want to say. Maya noticed the pause. Vance! He finally looked at her. I think it's responding. Responding to what? She asked. Vance's eyes shift toward Adrian. Maya noticed it immediately. Her gaze followed. Adrian stiffed. No. Vance said nothing. I didn't do anything, Adrian said. You touched the structure, Vance replied. You triggered a reaction. I barely touched it. That was enough, Vance said. Maya stepped between them instinctively. Okay, hold on. This is not his fault. I didn't say it was, Vance replied. But it's connected, Adrian said. Vance nodded once. Yes. Adrian looked down at his hands like they might suddenly explain themselves. Then stop it, Vance didn't answer. Stop it, Adrian repeated, more forcefully now. Shut it down. Whatever this is, end it. Vance's expression hardened slightly. If we could have done that, we would have. Adrian took a step forward. Then, what are we doing here? Trying to understand it before it reaches the surface, Vance said. Maya crossed her arms, which is clearly is about to do. The object on the screen flashed again. A new ripple spread out from it, larger this time. The stars around it seemed to bend and pulse in response. Adrian watched it. His expression changed. Maya turned to him. What? He didn't answer right away. His eyes were fixed on the screen, but not really seeing it. Something had shifted behind his face, a kind of recognition that made Maya uneasy. Adrian, she said again. He blinked and looked at her. I know that feeling. Vance turned sharply. What feeling? Adrian swallowed. The pool. Maya's stomach dropped. There was something about this. Adrian said slowly, It's not just coming closer. Then what? Maya asked. He looked back down at the screen. It's coming for something. Vance was quiet for a long moment, then said, That's what I'm afraid of. The lights overhead flickered again. This time they stayed dim for a second too long. Somewhere deeper in the facility, a metallic clang rang out. Maya jumped. What was that? Vance was already moving towards the door. Stay close. Wait, Maya said. Where are we going? To the lower chamber, he said. If the structure is responding, we need to see what's happening underground. Adrian stared at him. You're serious? Yes. That is the opposite of comforting, Maya said. Vance didn't slow. Get used to us. They followed him out of the control room. The hallway lights pulsed faintly overhead now, as if the building itself were breathing in short, uneven bursts. The hum in the walls had gotten louder, not enough to block out speech, but enough to sit under every word like an undertone. Maya kept close to Adrian as they walked. You feel that too, right? She asked. He nodded once. Yeah. Great. They reached the end of the hall where the elevator waited. The doors were already open. Maya stopped. Nope, hate that. Adrian looked at her. You want to take the stairs? She stared at him. Fair point, he said. Vance stepped in first. The two of them followed, and the doors slid shut behind them with a soft mechanical hiss. The elevator began to descend. For a moment, no one spoke. Then Maya let out a slow breath. So just to be clear, we're going deeper underground towards something that may or may not be waking up because Adrian touched an alien structure that the sky thing is coming down to collect us? Adrian glanced at her. When you summarize it like that, it sounds worse. It is worse. Vance looked at them through the dim reflection in the elevator wall. You're both handling this better than most adults would. Maya gave him a look. That is not a compliment that you think it is. The elevator stopped. The doors opened. Cold air rushed in. And somewhere below them, deep in the facility, something large and old and unseen shifted. Awake.